Hello, I'm Simon Dijkstra, I'm the CEO of DJ.Studio, and in this video I'm going to show you the new options you have with variable beat grids. With variable beat grids we mean that we can vary the tempo within the track. Until now DJ.Studio only supported a fixed beat grid. Well, a lot of people have old disco songs. Those old disco songs don't have a steady tempo. And another problem we have is that we have Greek music, for example, where we have a very big difference in tempo. Let me show you. So I grabbed two tracks, Soup for One from Chique, and we have Kalinka from Dimitri Vegas. And Kalinka is a bit difficult. Here, have a listen. So it's going up in tempo, but DJ.Studio says it's 128 BPM. And that's what everybody says, but actually the tempo is changing. So you will notice this. Let's have a look at the beginning. And let's say I don't like the fact that there is no beat in this break. So let's grab a beat over here. And instead of copying the sample, I only copy the drums since we have stem separation right now. And let's have a listen to the drums. How cool is that? Just copying the drums. Well, the problem comes when I want to add these drums to the break. You see, the tempo is different. Well, we now have a very good solution for you. We have at the track, we now have different options for you. We have a fixed grid, we have a variable grid. Well, if we look at the variable grid, it's also, this is the second line you see in the background. It's not good as well. And then we have AI. And you see that the tempo is going down in here. And you see the BPM over here, it's climbing. And over here we have the same. And well, the tempo is really high over here. Well, let's see what happens when I now put the drums on the first beat. Let's have a listen. Hey, is this cool or is this cool? So now you hear that the sampling is following the tempo of the track. So now I'm able to add samples to not steady tracks. And let me copy this over here as well. Another way is over here, Soup for One, Chique. We trained a lot on this track. I guess the drummer of Chique had a rough night before he went into the studio drumming this track. And if we just listen to it with the metronome, you see we're completely off. We're completely off with our fixed beat grid. We also have a variable beat grid. And when you see the variable beat grid in here, you see that it's going up and down just a little bit. This one is already perfect. And we can also use the AI beat grid. And it's also sounding good. So the cool thing now that I have beat gridded Soup for One, really perfect. I can add drums to it, and let's have a listen now. The drums are following the groove of Soup for One. This is really cool. If you don't want to follow the groove, you can set the BPM line to manual, and now we will follow the tempo of the mix line in here. and it's still steady. It's now a little bit fast, so let's go to 80 and go back to 114. Let's have a listen. So now I straightened it, the groove is completely gone, and I'm able to set my own tempo. So we do have a few options. We can follow the groove, as you can see over here, by setting the tempo line to auto, or we can set it to manual, and then the tracks will follow my own tempo. Well, then this will happen to Dimitri Vegas. And you see the whole tempo difference that was there is now gone. It's completely flattened and it will sound perfect. So it's up to you what you want. Do you want to follow the original groove of the track, the original tempo? You can do it like this. Or you can straighten it and set the new tempo. So these are the new options that you have with our new Beatgrid algorithm. The AI part of the Beatgrid is in beta. It's combined with the Stems beta. So if you have access to the Stems beta, you can play with this feature as well. If you don't have access, please leave us a comment in the bottom right corner of the app. You can do it over here and send us a message and ask for access to the beta, and we will grant you immediate access so that you can play with it. Have a lot of fun.